Kody Brown, the central figure of the long-running reality series Sister Wives, has opened up in a rare interview about his time on the military-style reality competition Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. The polygamist patriarch admitted that his outspoken personality, which fans of his TLC show know well, created tension with fellow cast members during filming. Brown explained that his big mouth often got the better of him, leading to clashes with both competitors and instructors. He revealed that while he entered the experience hoping to prove his strength and determination, his tendency to speak out too quickly became a stumbling block. According to Brown, the structured and high-pressure environment of Special Forces brought out both his strengths and weaknesses. The show requires celebrities to undergo grueling physical and mental challenges modeled after real military training. For Brown, who has lived much of his adult life navigating family conflicts and interpersonal struggles, the experience was eye-opening in ways he had not anticipated. He said that his honesty, often delivered bluntly, was sometimes misinterpreted by his peers as arrogance or defensiveness. This led to moments of friction that lingered beyond the immediate tasks and into camp life. Brown reflected that his direct style, which has long shaped his interactions with his wives and children, did not always translate well into a competitive group setting. The father of 18 described how the intensity of the show stripped away the usual filters and comfort zones. In that environment, small disagreements quickly escalated. He acknowledged that some of the conflicts could have been avoided had he been more measured in his responses. Brown admitted that while he prides himself on being candid, he recognized afterward that there are times when restraint is more powerful than speaking one's mind. This, he confessed, was one of the biggest lessons he carried away from the experience. He also emphasized that although some relationships with cast members were strained during filming, he still gained respect for their perseverance and admired the way others handled pressure. Brown's rare candidness about his mistakes stood in contrast to his usual public persona. Over the years, viewers of Sister Wives have seen him defend his decisions with little hesitation, sometimes clashing with his wives over issues of authority, independence, and family dynamics. On Special Forces, however, he did not have the same level of control. He recalled that the instructors demanded silence and discipline, and his instinct to question or debate often backfired. The military-style environment was one where obedience, teamwork, and endurance were prized above individuality, a lesson Brown admitted he was slow to accept. He laughed at himself during the interview, admitting that his big mouth may have cost him respect at times, but also helped him understand how much he still has to learn about humility. One of the more striking elements of Brown's reflection was his acknowledgement that the experience mirrored some of the challenges he has faced at home. In his plural marriage, communication has been both his strength and his downfall. He noted that just as in the competition, there were times in his marriage where listening more and talking less might have eased conflicts. He linked his outspokenness to a desire to lead and protect, but he also recognized that leadership sometimes requires silence, patience, and letting others take the reins. The reality star, often criticized for being controlling on Sister Wives, seemed to suggest that the lessons of Special Forces were reshaping how he views leadership, conflict, and personal growth. Brown also addressed how viewers of Sister Wives might perceive his participation in Special Forces. He admitted that some might see it as another attempt to remain in the spotlight, but for him, it was an opportunity to push himself beyond his comfort zone. He acknowledged the physical demands of the show, noting that the tasks tested his endurance and resolve in ways he hadn't experienced before. Yet he insisted that the mental battles were even more challenging than the physical. Facing not only extreme conditions but also his own flaws, Brown found himself reevaluating how he approaches challenges. He admitted that his need to speak up, defend himself, or assert authority often worked against him in the competition. The interview revealed that he left the show humbled, though still proud of the effort he put in. The rare interview also provided a glimpse into how Brown sees himself beyond the television cameras. He spoke about the balance between public perception and personal reality, acknowledging that fans often judge him based on edited moments from Sister Wives. In Special Forces, there was no script or staging, only raw reactions under pressure. He confessed that being stripped of the usual family drama context forced him to confront parts of his personality that he usually justifies or overlooks. While he did not shy away from admitting his conflicts with other cast members, he emphasized that those moments also built resilience. The lack of comfort and the demand for constant endurance highlighted his vulnerabilities, and for the first time in years, he said he felt truly challenged to grow as a person. Brown concluded his reflection by noting that while the show was not easy and at times deeply uncomfortable, he valued the lessons it taught him. He recognized that his big mouth, though part of who he is, can be both a strength and a liability. Speaking out helped him build a career on reality television, but it also complicated his relationships both at home and in the competition. For Brown, the greatest takeaway was learning that true strength often lies in restraint, humility, and the ability to listen. He admitted that this was a lesson he continues to wrestle with, but one that he hopes will improve not only his interactions with others, but also his own self-awareness.